The pupilla duplex is a medical oddity that is characterized by having two pupils in each eyeball. Pupilla duplex is Latin for double pupil. Although the condition is non-existent in medical literature, there remains the myth of Lu Cheng, Chinese minister of state in 995 AD, who suffered from it. This picture of Lu Cheng was featured on Ripley's Believe It or Not, leaving the world stunned. A wax rendition of the man's unusual condition is included in Louis Tussauds Palace of Wax. As rare as this condition might be, you'd think that, with over 7 billion people alive in the world today, there would be at least one case of pupilla duplex that the medical community would be aware of. Billy Owen says he started seeing things in a new light back in February of 2009. Losing your entire right eyeball will do that to you. Back then, Owen was a successful motorcycle mechanic with a loving wife and a 6-month-old son. However, nagging sinus issues changed his life. On February 13, 2009, the doctor gave him the news he had sinonasal undifferentiated carcinoma, SNUC, a rare form of cancer affecting the nasal cavity that had only a 10% survival rate. In his case, the cancer has spread so extensively that doctors had to remove half his face, including his right eye, the muscles, and nerves. Now there's a giant hole where Owen's right eye used to be. When he removes a dental plate, he can stick his finger in that eye and have it come out of his mouth. Hemolacria is a physical condition that causes a person to produce tears that are partially composed of blood. It can manifest as tears that are anything from merely red tint to appearing to be entirely made of blood. Hemolacria is a symptom of a number of diseases, and may also be indicative of a tumor in the lacrimal apparatus. It is most often provoked by local factors such as bacterial conjunctivitis, environmental damage or injuries. Marnie Ray Harvey from the United Kingdom started in 2013 with initially coughing up blood but now persists in her tears since 2015. Cat eye is another extremely rare chromosomal disease. Cat eye syndrome is an absence of tissue in the eye which causes the pupil to narrow and push itself into the iris, giving it a feline appearance. It is a chromosomal disorder that has a wide range of manifestations and can also affect other areas of the body such as the heart, kidneys, and skull. Statistics from the National Center for Biotechnology Information estimate that cat eye syndrome affects 1 in every 50,000 to 150,000 live births. It's a chromosomal disorder, meaning it can be passed from mother to child if the mother is a carrier of the disorder. This smoker from the Orient has mastered the art of inhaling smoke through his ears or eye sockets and breathing it out of his mouth. After inserting the cigarette into his ear or eye, he scrunches up his face as he takes a drag. This creates an internal suction that most humans are, rightly so, not capable of producing. The man, from the Chinese city of Shanghai, then exhales the smoke through his mouth to the cheers of onlookers. Eye piercings should not be confused with eyebrow piercings. Eye piercings are rare, more expensive and usually require a surgeon to do the job. Eye piercings are rare and are normally done through a cosmetic surgery. It includes wearing jewelry inside your eyes, that is either on your eyeballs or through your eyelids. It is certainly riskier but a real head-turner. Lucy visited Dr. Emil Kine at Park Avenue Laser Vision to get a cute heart-shaped sequin, measuring 3.5 mm, placed on the white of her right eyeball. Ian Tibbets went blind 17 years ago and sons Callum and Ryan were just blurred shapes. But after having a plastic lens put in a tooth and implanted in his eye he can see clearly. Ian, who lives with wife Alex, in Telford, Shropshire, said, "I had to actually learn to tell the boys apart by their voices. I had a picture in my head of what they looked like, but they were totally different. I gave them a big hug and a kiss. I have my independence back now and I can start looking after the kids while my wife is out at work. His op involved having a lens is inserted into a hole drilled in the tooth. Because the tooth belongs to the patient, the body will not reject it. The treatment is only suitable for certain types of blindness and can only be performed by one surgeon in Britain, Professor Christopher Liu at the Sussex Eye Hospital in Brighton. Retinoblastoma is a rare type of eye cancer that usually develops in early childhood, typically before the age of 5. This form of cancer develops in the retina, which is the specialized light-sensitive tissue at the back of the eye that detects light and color. It is the most common malignant cancer of the eye in children, and it is almost exclusively found in young children. This Indian woman had 2 teeth removed from her eye. Doctors operating on a tumor in Nagabhushnam Silva's left eye were stunned to find the 2 fully formed teeth embedded inside. She was diagnosed with teratoma by doctors at a government hospital in Chennai, India. The tumor had pushed her eye inside its socket and protruded from the skin, blocking her vision and partially damaging the optic nerve. The growth also left her unable to move her eyeball and created lazy eye syndrome. Doctors said they had seen a few cases of teratoma with tooth-like tissues embedded in the tumor, but fully formed teeth were very rare. Kim Goodman is a woman who is able to pop her eyes out of her eye sockets by 12 millimeters. She holds the world record for the farthest eyeball protrusion. She lives in Chicago, Illinois. She discovered her eyeball popping talent one day when she was hit on the head with a hockey mask. Her eyeballs popped out much further than usual, and ever since that day she could pop them out on cue, as well as when she yawns. In 2004, Goodman was included by Guinness World Records in their 50th anniversary list of top 10 feats of all time.